Welcome again to Kim's Bioproduction Academy. Let's understand about the second cervical vertebrae, that is the axis. This feature is the axis structure, and the first thing that you have to understand on these bones, they are the axial skeleton. So it will be having the neurocanal. This is the neuro what? Canal. And you can check the neurocanal. Role of the neurocanal is the passage of what? Spinal cord. Passage of the spinal cord. Then that is role number one. Number two, you can check it will be having a centrum. This one is the centrum on the posterior end. This is the centrum on the anterior end. But on the anterior end, it got a protrusion. And this protrusion on the anterior end, it has formed a beak-like structure, the pec-like structure. And this pec-like structure was the one we said it articulates. This is the articulation point, and it articulates with the neurocanal of the atlas and form something called a bifid joint, which will allow what? This one will allow rotatory movement of the head. So it allows rotation movement of the head. So we are saying it's the centrum, but the centrum has protruded to form a pec-like structure called odontoid process. And this will articulate with the neurocanal of the atlas, and it has formed something called what? It has formed something called a bifid joint, which will allow rotatory movement of the head. That is it. Then this other one, the role of the centrum is just to provide weight or to support the weight of the other vertebral column or those bones. Then you can check the protrusion here. This is what we are calling a neurospine. You can see it's short, but it's broad. So you check, because we'll differentiate from the other vertebrae. So we are saying in this vertebra it's short but broad. You can check the broadness. It's short and broad neurospine, and the role for this one is just for muscle attachment. Again, you can check some perforations here. So this perforation here is what we are calling vertebrae canal. So the features of the cervical vertebrae, all the cervical vertebrae have the vertebrae canals, and the vertebrae canal is to do what? To allow passage of blood vessels, 1, 2, muscles, 3, we're saying blood vessels, muscles, and the nerves. So, and then again, we have this called the transverse process. So they have reduced, they just have what? Reduced the transverse process. And what's the role for the transverse process? Still even being reduced. We are saying this one, not this one on the front. Sorry. We are saying these ones. And this one, what are we speaking about? The transverse process. And this transverse process, it's this one. Can you understand well? We have two extensions here. Let me show it clearly. We have these, which is, we are saying this neurospine. Then these extensions are what we are calling post-psychopophysis. And then extension of a bone is for muscle attachment. Then on this rear side, the back section is what just in the centrum. That is where you'll find your transverse process. They're short, and the role for this one is just for muscle attachment. They're short, but still have protrusion. So they'll just allow it muscle attachment. Thank you very much.